Welcome to a brand new episode of Out of the World. And not just a new episode, but also a whole new continent. Because the last half year you already saw us in the Americas, a bit of the Caribbean, South America. And now we flew from Brazil through Qatar to the other side of the world. We're in Asia and this is Thailand. My mother is coming to visit us as well, so it's gonna be a really good time. I'm gonna show you the best parts and we're gonna start in Bangkok. Let's go! From the jungle in Brazil we flew to the burning hot summer of Qatar. And in total we flew about 11,000 miles to get here, about half the Earth. Wow guys, 3 days ago we were in Sao Paulo and we had this really long trip. 14 hours in a plane to Qatar, and there we had 3 days of a mega jet lag. We had some bubble baths, stayed in the spa for a few days there in a nice hotel. And then 7 more hours of flying to Bangkok. And now we're in Asia. It's its first time, Jens. Do you like it? I've been in Bangkok a dozen times before, but it's been a while, especially due to COVID. My mom is coming to visit us and we're staying in the area called Sam Sen, not far from the famous Khao Son Road and the Rambutri Alley. After a good night's rest, it's time to discover Bangkok. It's already like the 10th time for me, but we have 2 people new here, so let's do some touristy stuff in Bangkok, guys. If there's one thing I've missed about Thailand, it's the near-death experiences in the tuk-tuk. It's hard to ignore it, but the biggest attraction of the city of Bangkok is of course the Grand Palace. Between the walls is all the glitter and glamour, where between 1782 and 1925 all the kings of the Siamese kingdom lived here. And now it's the big open-air museum where you can see everything of the history. Especially during a first visit in Bangkok, the Grand Palace is a must. Between all that gold, we also visit the most famous Buddha statue in the world, the Emerald Buddha. Between the walls are so many incredible buildings. These are the temples, and you already saw the Emerald Buddha, which is very famous. But the palace is closed today because it's the Queen's birthday. That's the bad news, but the good news is, on Queen's Day we normally go out and celebrate. So let's go get a drink. A great idea, but it was 11 o'clock and that's even early for me. So let's stop at the other side of the street first. Nearby to the Grand Palace you will also find Wat Po, an interesting temple, but it has also been the center of medicine in Thailand for ages. And it's home to the big reclining Buddha, which you also have to see. If you like gold, this place is like music to your ears. Oh, quite literally. Okay, let's visit one more temple today. The Temple of Joy for the children. Right across the street is the playground. The Saranrom Park is for us also an experience, to spot some local life and the animals, like these monitor lizards and some tortoises. So we wanted to visit Wat Arun here across the river, but it's also very nice to make a little boat trip here on the longtail boat, so that's what we're gonna do first. The so-called klongs are channels that take you upon a journey through time in old Bangkok. This neighborhood, Thonburi, is actually the village that became the capital of Thailand in 1767. shelter from the rain, guys.
But outside, the festivities for the Queen are continuing regardless of the rain.
Oh, we woke up early today, had some breakfast, and is still sleeping in the taxi. But we're going to visit some markets. As you know, Thailand is very famous for the markets, and you have some really special ones. We're going to visit two today. The first very special market that we're going to visit is at the Mekong station, about 1.5 hour drive from Bangkok, near the sea, and the train is coming, and then everybody has to move as quickly as they can, and now everybody's just doing some shopping. Is it coming already?
Yeah, easy, I'm already going.
So the train has moved on and the market is open again.
You can only find something as bizarre as this in Thailand.
So we drove about half an hour to the next market, which is very famous in Thailand. It's known as the floating market, and they call it Dam Nun. We're gonna catch a boat and we're gonna go onto the water, and we're gonna see about 100 to 1,000 boats doing the trading and the selling right there on the water.
After the market and a very relaxing boat trip, we drive back to the busy center of Bangkok.
How amazing was Bangkok again? It always feels a little bit like home. But we're gonna continue our travels in Thailand, and the taxi is here, so it's gonna take us to Ayutthaya.
And now we're hitting the road to explore the country.
For 400 years, Ayutthaya was the mighty capital of the Siamese kingdom, until 1767, when the Burmese came in a war, a lot got ruined. That doesn't make it less special, because walking here is a walk through history of Thailand. One of the nicest ways to explore Ayutthaya is of course by bike, but I must say it's a little bit hot today.
I don't wanna call you.
At our lovely hotel on the edge of the center, we have breakfast and jump on these free bikes. Ayutthaya is not big, but it's one of Thailand's most traditional places.
I don't wanna call you.
How great is this, guys? We just hopped on the bike, and even though we're not visiting any temples yet, you will see that Ayutthaya is just one big open-air museum. The ruins are everywhere on every corner of the street.
I don't wanna call
The 7-Eleven is also a bit of a tradition for us. Cheap toasties and ice cream.
Yesterday was still a little bit too hot for us, so today we booked a tuk-tuk for the whole day. It's about 25 bucks, and then he'll take you to all the big sites here in Ayutthaya. Let's go. We start the day at one of the most amazing temple sites you can find in all of Thailand, because Wat Chai Watanaram still remained perfect after the Burmese attacked Ayutthaya about 250 years ago. About 40 years ago this was still in the jungle, but as you can see now they made it pretty clear and you can see everything with this amazing view. It's just like the setting in an Indiana Jones movie, right?
The temple in the Khmer style was built in 1630 by the king as a tribute to his mother. That's kind of funny actually, because we also have mom visiting.
I don't wanna.
After a little drive with the tuk-tuk, we arrive at Wat Phra Mahatat. It's the most famous one, right in the middle, in the center of Ayutthaya. And you'll see that it's a little bit more crowded over here, but a walk through these ruins is really worth it. Let's go. One of the most special Buddhas in all of Thailand is not so big. You can see behind me, there's a head of a Buddha stuck in a tree. And nobody knows how it got there.
Wat Mahatat is a bit older than the previous temple, because construction started in 1374. The king at that time lived here as a monk for years, and this is the largest complex of Ayutthaya.
It's pretty and everything, but that's just one thing I need right now. Ice cream.
If you visit as many temples as we do, you can buy a combination ticket for 220 baht, which is only about 6 bucks.
From Wat Mahatat we go to the neighbors, and that's called Wat Ratchabura.
Wat Ratchaburana is special because you can climb the pagoda in the middle and look out over the other buildings and stupas. And right across the street we have lunch at the nicest restaurant in Ayutthaya.
Sorry guys, we're not templed out yet. This is Wat Phra Mongkong with a big Buddha statue. It's gold and it's beautiful. Our next stop is the 37 meters long reclining Buddha. And if you pass by, you can't miss it.
Okay, so one more and then we are really templed out. On to Ayutthaya's infamous evening program.
Normally in a place like Ayutthaya, which is really hot, I would recommend you to have a pool at your hotel. But hotels with pools were a little bit expensive, so a cold shower is the next best thing. and cold beer. Woo! Oh, yeah. Woo! What a storm, guys. It's a tropical rainstorm here in Thailand. So we have to make a change of plans. We were supposed to go to the Ayutthaya night market. I can really recommend it. I've been there 6 years ago. Nice food, nice souvenirs and everything. But instead, I think we're gonna go to a restaurant because it's raining cats and dogs.
During dinner it does clear up a bit, so we grab some specialties from the market.
Oh, nog lekker ook. Serieus, goed sushi. That's it, guys, for Ayutthaya. But we're far from leaving Thailand yet. We're taking the train to Pak Chong and we're going on a Thai safari. I'll see you there. Before we leave, one thing you have to try in Ayutthaya. It looks like a big wig of hair on a green pancake, but it is delicious.
Roti Sai Mai is a pancake with cotton candy. In other words, Yancy proof. After a beautiful train route of about 3 hours, we arrive in Pak Chong, a little town on the edge of the jungle in Khao Yai.
But before we go on a safari, I wanted to show you this beautiful jungle lodge. And I'll start with the pool.
Here we pay about 30 bucks for a luxurious stay in the middle of all that nature.
But now it's really time to go on safari, and we do this at Khao Yai National Park, the best place in Thailand to spot animals. We're gonna do this with this truck and we're gonna head out for 2 days with our guide. Let's go!
They will carry a lot of tick around their neck, so anyway you have to be careful also.
It's a really big dung beetle.
Yes, of course.
This behind me here is Khao Yai National Park, the oldest and the most important national park in Thailand. And what I'm wearing here is not something part of a traditional costume in the Netherlands to do a little dance. No, it's actually to protect me from the leeches who are everywhere around me. So when we go for a walk, we are protected.
As we drive through the park, we soon spot 2 species of hornbills.
We stopped again because we see some gibbons here in the trees above us. Oh, look, look, look!
So cool!
We see 2 kinds, blonde and also black gibbons. The macaques are less rare and we see them everywhere. Yeah, I wouldn't have left my car window open.
Every now and again it starts to pour, but we have our ponchos and we see a lot of animals. Wow guys, look at the size of the trees here. We're gonna make a little jungle trekking, about 2 hours. and we're gonna see what's here in the jungle. We found a scorpion, but they're pretty dangerous, so. Our next stop is at a world famous waterfall called Khao Sok waterfall. It's famous because some El DiCaprio jumped off the cliffs here in a movie called The Beach. Remember?
The Thai jungle is so cool and we see all the animals on this safari. In the afternoon, it's time to go looking for elephants. We eat across the street from our hotel in a great atmosphere with live music, although the lyrics are often slightly off from the original.
It's a great day today and it's time for our second tour. It's an afternoon/evening tour and we're gonna visit some caves and see a lot of bats. Let's go, Yancy! Our first stop is this natural spring and it's pretty hot today, so I'm going in for a dive.
At the edge of our bath, I suddenly see this snake.
Our next stop is very special as well. We're going into a cave, which is actually a temple. And there's some Buddha statues and thousands of bats.
Dude, there's this little bug on your face.
So we're at the final stop today and this is what it's all about. There's another bat cave and we're gonna see millions of bats coming out looking for food when the sun begins to set. It's a spectacular sight of nature.
A million bats might be an understatement. This phenomenon is breathtaking. For one more day, we hang out in the cozy town of Pak Chong.
We're not through in Thailand yet, so I'll see you next time on Koh Samui. And I'm taking a dive. Oh yes! Koh Samui is for everybody. If you want to go partying, I would suggest you go to Chaweng. But we go to Lamai, which is a more child-friendly place, and we have a kid and a grandma. So we're gonna chill here on the beach and do some nice and interesting tours.
Drinks in Ibiza, anywhere you wanna go, baby, you just let me know. Sunny Indonesia, don't say no. Sipping on tequila, anything you wanna see, be there in a heartbeat. Say the words and we can go.
Thailand is a very cheap holiday destination, as you might know. You can get a room here for about 10 bucks, but if you pay a little bit more, like 30, you get something like this. I'll show you.
I wanted to be here by my side, my tropical love.
Lamai Inn has spacious apartments and bungalows right next to the beach. The main street of Lamai is also just around the corner.
Today is a Sunday, and in Lamai that's a special occasion because today is the night market. It's once a week and it's super nice, so we're gonna eat over there. Let's go.
It's left right. I only the basics.
At this market we get to try all the different local snacks. And later in the evening we blow the roof off this place.
It's time to spend the day at one of the most beautiful beaches you can find on Koh Samui, and that's Coral Cove Beach, about a 20-minute drive from Lamai. And what stands out to me is that there's almost nobody here and we got the beach to ourselves. With the giant rocks on each side, it's a beautiful sight. Although it's a bit hot today, it's a very nice walk between Chaweng and Lamai. So from Coral Cove Beach, I'm walking back and I'm gonna see some really beautiful views here. My very impressive walk ends at Silver Beach, close to Lamai. It's also one of the favorite beaches here on Koh Samui, so let's head on down over there. I hopped from rock to rock and now I'm at a viewpoint where there's nobody, like my own secret viewpoint at Silver Beach. This is so crazy beautiful.
Oh, that's right, we have mom visiting, so a babysitter. Tonight is party night!
Koh Samui is at its most beautiful again, and we're going to go more inland to see this secret site. Don't tell anybody, it's beautiful. Today we visit the Tanim Magic Garden, also known as the Secret Garden. And there was a person here in the 70s who collected statues in his garden, Buddha statues, all other kinds of animal statues. And now it's all taken over by the jungle, and his hobby got a little bit out of hand because there's like dozens of statues, and it feels like a Indiana Jones setting over here. Really mystical.
This mysterious place is highly photogenic and really worth a visit.
The Secret Garden is situated on a big hilltop on Koh Samui, so on the way you have the most beautiful viewpoints, and we stop at one of them, so check this out. Today we make a combination of first the Secret Garden and then a beautiful waterfall. It's the most beautiful waterfall of Koh Samui and it's named Nam Muang. And you can swim over there, so let's go! We stopped on the way for a creepy phenomenon, because who thought that mummies only existed in the old ancient Egypt is very wrong. Here in Thailand they have a mummified monk on Koh Samui and he's right behind me. It's really creepy.
The sign here reads that the monk was able to foresee his own death. Yeah.
It was a bit early this morning and we took the minivan towards the harbor on Koh Samui, and now we're going to catch a boat and go to Ang Thong, which is a group of islands, greenish hills in the bluest waters, and we're going to do some kayaking, snorkeling, hiking. Super fun.
We saved the best for last. Wow.
We're here, guys. The boat trip took about 1.5 hours and now we're going kayaking in the most beautiful waters and these greenish hills. Yes, this area is quite amazing. And we're gonna search for a nice hidden beach somewhere. So we arrived at the beach and we're going up the stairs to have a beautiful view over the bay. It's already tiring. Wow guys, these stairs, I think I lost 2 pounds going up in sweat alone. It's pretty hot. Not that I need to, by the way, but the view is very incredible. This was so awesome, guys. I was just walking to the other side of the beach and I saw this whole family of monkeys coming out of the jungle. So I got here to get the rest and Jens loves this.
This is a family of spectacled langurs. How lucky are we to see them up close? From Ang Thong we continue our journey and say goodbye to Koh Samui as well. I'll show you Khao Sok and much more.
Wow, the trip over here was already an adventure. It took us about 8 hours this morning from Koh Samui with a minivan and then a couple of buses and a boat, then another bus. I saw monkeys around me. There are monkeys in the trees, guys! So we arrived at the lodge. I'm gonna check out the monkeys. This is the lodge called Morning Mist in the jungle. And this is Khao Sok National Park. Wow, look at the monkeys!
You can get a luxury hut in the jungle for as little as 12 bucks. Our lodge is located in the town of Khao Sok on the edge of the national park. And yet you got everything you need.
And this is the swimming pool, guys. How great is this in the middle of the jungle? Right in front of our jungle lodge is this mighty jungle river. And it's nice to look at, but it's even greater to do something on it. And that's why we're going tubing. They're gonna pick us up and up the river. We're going all the way down on a tube, so it's gonna be super fun. On the river we cannot take anything along aside from the GoPro and these tubes behind me. So I'm very curious about what we're gonna see on the river. Excited!
We bring a whole new definition to YouTubers. Along the way we see monkeys and all the local life around us in the jungle. In the dark we still encounter wild animals, like this scorpion.
Good morning, guys. We woke up about 7 o'clock and today it's time to go deeper into Khao Sok National Park for a 2-day, 1-night tour. So with the longtail boat we're going towards the lake and to do all kinds of activities. And I'm carrying all our stuff to the front desk as we speak.
After a good breakfast, we drive for about an hour to the dam in Khao Sok.
So after an hour's drive, we arrive at Chu Lan Lake. And over here we're gonna do some safaris on the boat.
On the big lake in Khao Sok we have one of the most beautiful boat trips in our entire lives. The giant karst mountains around us are a real natural wonder.
After a great little boat ride, we arrive at the place where we're gonna stay the night. And if you look at these floating houses on the lake, I can only say, how romantic.
The 2-day tour with an overnight stay in this fairy tale place costs 1,500 bahts a person, only 40 bucks.
I went from side to side to tell my trouble come alive. Can't wait, the sun is shining, lift the sails and follow my own tide, yeah.
It's a good thing that you can swim over here because it's about 35 degrees Celsius and it's really, really sweaty and hot. We're gonna make a little trekking, so I think we're gonna have a little dive later and try to see some animals.
Now I'm gonna ride my own line, oh. I wanna escape and restart all.
Our local guide proudly tells us about the Thai jungle during an adventurous walk of about an hour.
I wanna escape and restart all.
We sail to the other side of the lake on a typical Thai bamboo raft.
We're going to the most exciting part of our trekking, and that's the Coral Cave, also known as Pakaran Cave. Exciting.
Away into the wild, I know my aim, I'll dive inside.
In the cave we get to understand why this is called the Coral Cave.
Can't wait
You see?
to bury the ruins of my mistakes, to only keep it the truth, yeah.
As if it wasn't already hot enough. The monkeys.
The monkey we see is a spectacled langur.
Here it is, a wisdom of mistake.
And now for the highlight of our journey. A family of elephants is coming to greet us from the lakeside.
Escape and restart all.
How awesome was that, guys? The trekking was great and the elephants at the end were sick. This place is amazing. I'm gonna get another elephant from the fridge, called Chang, to Thailand.
I wanna escape too.
And with this beautiful morning view over Khao Sok, we say goodbye to this part of Thailand. But I'm not through with Thailand yet, so I'll see you in Krabi. See you there. Krabi is a province and also a big city, but we stay in Ao Nang, which is a little village near the coast where you can do all kinds of activities.
Next to the beautiful Andaman Sea lies the impressive coastline of Krabi. In Ao Nang you will find many nice resorts and restaurants. And by boat you can visit many beautiful islands from here.
First, I have to show you our awesome hotel. We pay about 30 bucks and what's included is this water slide. Let's go, Jens.
For Jens this is a dream come true. Okay, yes, for all of us.
The province of Krabi is a real holiday paradise and there are some nice activities to do in the neighborhood. So today it's pretty good weather and we're gonna catch a boat and go to the most beautiful beach straight away.
And for this we take a lovely traditional longtail boat. The boat trip costs us less than $2 a person, and they also wait to take you back.
The place I was referring to is Railay Beach. It takes you about 15 minutes by boat, which is the only way to get here. And this beach is so gorgeous that I think you already know this picture from the magazines.
Railay Beach has been voted the most beautiful beach in Thailand countless times and is often listed among the most beautiful beaches in the entire world. I think it's not that much the beach, but especially the view that makes this a unique place. When we sit on the beach, we hear some movement in the trees above us. A large family of spectacled langurs is dropping by. Time for lunch in the cozy streets just behind the beach. And tonight we eat Indian. As it turns out, in Ao Nang there are a bunch of Indian restaurants and we like that. Oh, and also the cheap cocktails.
Krabi has so many beautiful beaches and beautiful nature all around. But Thailand wouldn't be Thailand without some temples and colorful Buddha statues. And that's why we went to the Tiger Cave Temple. It's a temple inside a cave, but it's also a mountain with a beautiful view over the area. It's 1,200 steps to go up on the hottest day of my vacation. So let's get to it.
The literal highlight of Krabi is the tough climb up on this high mountain, which is full of macaques, by the way.
Wow guys, it's so exhausting. Sometimes they have a mark on the stairs how many steps you already had. And I see there behind Suze, it's about 300, so a quarter. And it's exhausting and so hot. But let's continue our journey. Whew. Oh my god guys, this is step number 1200 and we're still not there, so I guess they screwed us.
Bastards.
Finally, we made it.
I know that so far we have been very fortunate to see so much of our beautiful Earth, but this is yet another breathtaking sight.
Oh guys, it's so hot and I'm exhausted. I could murder someone for ice cream.
Perfect.
Before we go and head on out of here, we visited the Tiger Cave Temple, of course, which is a temple in a cave with tigers, basically. And it's pretty cool. Today we have to say goodbye to my mom. But what an adventure did we have with the four of us. We leave Krabi, but we're not through in Thailand yet. We're going on a boat, not this one, but the bigger one in the back, and we're going to another highlight in Thailand, Koh Phi Phi. See you there. For us, it's not the first time that we're on Koh Phi Phi. We were here before in 2015, about 7 years ago, long before Jens was even born. And now we're here looking for a good accommodation, which can be very expensive, but I found another treasure on the internet. For about 40 bucks, we stay at this beautiful swimming pool next to the beach, and we got this little cabin. I'll show you. The Phi Phi Villa Resort is located in a quiet place, but not far from all the restaurants and attractions. With the drone I can see right away how stunningly beautiful this island is. It happens to be perfect weather today, and that's not so common in the rain season on Koh Phi Phi. So that's why I'm gonna take you to the Phi Phi viewpoint with the most beautiful view over the entire island. And today we meet Marike and Lennart here, two friends of ours that we met before in Khao Sok. The five of us climbed to an amazing place. The walk in total takes us about 30 minutes, and it's especially hard with a kid on your neck, I can tell you from experience. But the view is worth it very much. Look at this, guys. Wow. At the moment we're standing on the top of Koh Phi Phi Don, the largest in a total of 6 islands. Later on we get to visit some others. Today the weather is a little bit off, it's a bit cloudy, so I thought this would be the perfect day to do a little pub crawl in town. Let's go! Wow, there is a lot to experience on Koh Phi Phi. And we top off the evening with a real Thai fire show. Good morning, guys. Today is a wonderful day and it's time to explore the neighborhood. And with the neighborhood, I mean the sea around us. In Koh Phi Phi you can take many boat tours, and we're gonna take one for the whole day, which also goes to Maya Bay. And you really have to see Maya Bay.
First, the boat takes us to Koh Phi Phi, the second largest island here. The most famous bay is called Maya Bay, which became world famous as a secluded paradise in the movie The Beach with Leonardo DiCaprio.
The island of Koh Phi Phi is kind of steep, so it's hard to get on land anywhere. It's also forbidden to go to Maya Bay in the off-season, which is today, unfortunately. So we went to Phi Phi Lagoon, and over there we can do some snorkeling on the other side of the island.
The underwater world in Phi Phi Lagoon is breathtaking. We see so many different tropical fish, and the true highlight is this water snake. I later learned that it's 10 times more poisonous than a cobra, and I swam right beside him for a while. Luckily, they don't bite too often.
Wow guys, something terrible just happened. I found out that there is no beer on the next island. So we're having a 10-minute stop to go to 7-Eleven on Koh Phi Phi. Let's go.
On to island number 3, and that's the more remote and uninhabited Bamboo Island.
The kayak took us to Bamboo Island, and it's this small island, uninhabited, where you can walk a bit through the jungle and see all the sights. The weather is still not great, but the island is beautiful.
Of course, an uninhabited island cannot go without a white Robinson Crusoe beach.
And that's it guys for today's episode. We're gonna say goodbye to Koh Phi Phi and we're gonna say goodbye to Thailand because we're gonna move on to Indonesia. This world trip is far from over, so I'll see you there.
First we visit the highlights of Java and then we go on to Paradise Island, Bali. So subscribe and I'll see you there.